Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would share with you guys how I go ahead and put all my base products on. So I have recently completely and utterly changed how I do my foundation routine. I pretty much started to change it when I first saw the Scott Barnes x Tarte Westbrook collaboration video when he did her makeup, kind of like JLo, I guess. That was really bronzy, like that was the idea of the video. So ever since I watched that video, I sort of started to change how I apply my foundation, how I do my contour, all that kind of stuff. And I've been wanting to share this with you for quite some time now as to pretty much how I go ahead and do it. So if you are interested in, you know, picking up potentially some tips and tricks from me and, you know, finding out exactly what products are essentially my go-to at the moment, then please keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do is prime my skin, and to start with I'm going to use the Bobbie Brown. This is the vitamin enriched face base. I really love this product. It's a very thick formula. It's a very thick cream, but it just feels so incredibly hydrating on the skin. I'm somebody that has, look, I would say my skin is technically combination, but it's combination but more on the dry side, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really do enjoy this because I find that it is incredibly moisturizing. I feel like any foundation that you put on top of this, it just adheres it like glue. It just sticks to the skin so beautifully. So yeah, this has definitely been one of my favorite primers of late. So I always like to mix my primers. So the next primer I'm going to use is actually spray. This is by Skindinavia, and this is the makeup prepping spray. If you guys are interested, Urban Decay, the B6, this is the old bottle. These are essentially the exact same thing. In fact, all of Urban Decay setting sprays are actually done by Skindinavia. You will find on the back of all of their setting sprays, it actually does say, by Skindinavia. So if you were interested, they are essentially the exact same product. I love Skindinavia. I also naturally love Urban Decay setting sprays as well, go figure. But I just find that they are just such a lovely spray. It's got such a nice mister on it, and it just, I don't know, it really does help hydrate the skin, and it makes your foundation literally last all day long. So I love adding a little spritz of this over the top of, you know, whatever primer I am using for the day. Okay, so next up is probably the most dramatic change that I've made to my routine. So we are going to go ahead and use the Huda Beauty Tantour. Now this is in the shade, I think this is in the shade Light. I think it has another, I'm pretty sure the lightest shade is called Fair. I obviously didn't pick that up. I thought I did, but I didn't. This isn't too bad of a colour, I don't find, for myself. Like, I think I'm actually not too mad at the fact that I did get this accidentally. But I think that if I was any fairer, then this probably would be a little bit on the too darker side. So keep that in mind. Mind you, I do have a fair bit of fake tan happening at the moment. Not that you can really tell, but that's fine. So then I'm just going to apply it. I'm just going to get this flat paddle-like brush. So this one here is from Morphe, and this is the Y2 brush. Y12, sorry. And then I'm literally just going to start from about here, and we're just going to start to carve out these cheekbones. And I'm going to literally bring it all the way in just to before my, I guess where my smile line stops, if that helps. And I'm just going to really be quite liberal with this. Take it all up on the forehead and really carve this out. Now I know this looks extremely intimidating and crazy to start with. Believe me, I know. But it gets better. It really doesn't look good until it's all sort of, I suppose, blended out and it's all come together, if that makes sense. I don't know. You guys will see. So I'm just going to add some more to the forehead. up there. And then we're going to do the neck. And I really like this paddle brush just for placement of the product. I find that it really does a great job of just getting it right where you want it to go. And then from there, what we're going to do is, this is just a Zoeva stippling brush. So this is called, what is it? The 125 stippling brush. Looks something like this. As you can see, it's been well loved and used. And now we're literally just going to take this and blend it all out. Okay, so as you guys saw, I did take it down the neck, so I now feel quite blended out and quite bronzed. Next thing I'm going to do is a little bit of concealer under my eyes. Now, normally I will actually do a fair bit of concealer today, but at the moment I am feeling a little bit dark, so I do just want to sort of soften this up a bit. So I'm going to take, again, this is by Huda, and this is the Overachiever Concealer in the shade Marshmallow. And I'm just going to take a fair amount of this, I think, just under the eyes here. Just because, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit pale. And again, I'm just going to take this concealer brush. So this one here is the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe JH06 brush. And I'm just going to literally stipple this in. I'm going to take this sponge by Tarte. I love the shape of this. And I'm just going to get right into the corner of my eyes here and just blend this out. Okay, I've just realised I somehow forgot to contour my nose. Again, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Tantour, and this time I'm using a different brush. So this one here, it's still like a paddle brush, but I really like the angle on it. It's the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe JH10 brush, and I'm just going to carve this out a little bit. Oh, that's actually quite a lot. Did not mean to use that much. Okay, I feel this looks a little bit crazy, but hopefully I can blend this out and fix it. I definitely do feel that if you get to this quick enough, it blends out pretty well. Okay, from there, we're finally onto foundation. So I have really been loving this foundation lately. This is the Rainforest of the Sea foundation by Tarte. It is quite lightweight. It's a water foundation, so I'm in the shade light medium neutral. That's when I'm tanning anyway. If I had no tan on at all, I would be definitely a much lighter shade than this. But look, the only thing that I don't like about this foundation is the applicator. It's like, it's very difficult to use, I feel. I hate it, to be honest. Like, look at me, I'm trying to do it. It's like, no, because every time this happens and I get foundation literally all over everywhere. So just bear with me while I work this out. Instagram model. I've never understood why people do that, but anyway. Okay, so because this is such a liquidy foundation, what I'm going to do is use a brush first. So this is just by Sigma. This is the curved kabuki brush. And we're literally just going to blend this all out. Okay guys, so once your foundation is all blended out, we are now going to go and set our entire face using the Coty Airspun powder. This is by far one of my most favourite powders, probably of all time, and literally it is so inexpensive. That is one of the best things about it. Yes, it does have a very overpowering scent, but it just does the job so incredibly well. As you can see, I definitely like to use a lot of it, but I'm living in a pretty humid climate, so I like to have everything set in place so it's not going to move. So once this is on, I'm literally just going to leave it to bake probably for about 5 minutes, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so this has been sitting on my face for about 5 minutes. I'm now just going to take a little bit of the Urban Decay Velvetizer powder. Looks something like this. It's extremely fine. It's amazing. It feels just like velvet, as it would suggest. I'm going to take a little bit of that on this massive fluffy brush. This is just a powder brush. Again, this is by Morphe x Jaclyn Hill. It's the JH01 brush. And I'm literally just going to pounce this all over my face. And the camera died. So I'm just going to literally pounce this all over my face just to get rid of the excess powder. You'll notice I'm actually not using swiping motions. I'm actually pushing the powder into my skin, because the reason for that is I don't want to upset any of the layers of foundation / concealer and everything else we got going on underneath. Then with a little bit of the leftover Coty Airspun, I'm just going to take that down the neck. Because again, it's one of those things that I just don't want anything to transfer. Okay, so for bronzer today, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs Tantour. And I'm just going to be taking my Hoola brush by Benefit. This is such a beautiful bronzing brush. It just hugs the skin so beautifully and just gets, I don't know, it just gets the product in the places that you want it so perfectly. And it just blends like, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't be happier with this product. Love it so much. And the brush. If you see me like leaning this way to do my makeup, it's literally because the mirror is like behind the camera and I'm trying to work out the whole lighting mirror thing, but I just don't have enough space, to be perfectly honest with you guys at the moment. So it's just, I know it looks crazy, but bear with me. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is some blush. So I want to go, I think I want to go like more of like a peachy colour. I'm really feeling peach at the moment. So I'm going to use the Pappa Peach by Too Faced. This is such a lovely blush. It's one of my favourites. I use it all the time. I've used it pretty consistently for about 2 years, as you can see. I still have so much of it left. Like, I had like a random white speck in it. That was weird. But oh my gosh, speaking of that, do you know what? I literally, can you see that in the center? I have just hit pan on this. And I've literally been using this pretty consistently, as I was saying, for the last like 2 years easily. That's so cool. I'm actually really happy I hit pan on a blush. Finally! But yeah, it's such a pretty blush, but it's also, you know, it's one of those ones that's been done time and time again, if you know what I'm saying. I feel like just about every brand has a blush very, very similar to this, but it is just so pretty on the skin, so can't be mad at that, you know? Alright, from there we're going to do some highlight. So I think I'm going to go in with my Old Faithful. This is the Merry Luminizer by The Balm. I'm going to use this one right here, or that is the Merry Luminizer, I should say. As you can see, very much well hit pan on this one. It's such a lovely champagne highlight. It's just so beautiful on the skin, especially for summertime. I feel it's just, I don't know, it just adds that extra dimension to the skin. It's beautiful. Probably used too much, but you know, that's okay. I'm not going anywhere, so no one panic. Alright, a little bit on the lip. Feeling good about that. From there, I think I'm just going to put some, again, we're going to use this one by Too Faced. This is the Sunday Funday lipstick. Really do enjoy the formula of these lipsticks. I think they're really nice. Okay, and finally, a little bit of setting spray. Now, I do have the normal Skindinavia setting spray. As we saw before, this is the priming spray, but ever since I saw Nikki Tutorials use this as a setting spray, I've started doing it and I've really enjoyed it. So, just gonna do that. It really has made a difference to my skin, I feel. It's again, very hydrating, very nourishing. We did put a lot of powder on, so I want to put some hydration back into my skin, that's for sure. So love this product for that. And we are officially done. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of my version of the, I guess this is my version of the Scott Barnes x Tarte collaboration video. But yeah, I feel like it's really up my game when it comes to doing my foundation and how my skin's looking. I feel very flawless. I did decide not to add any more concealer. I didn't think that I needed it after I put the Huda Beauty one on, because even though I put some foundation on top of that, I still feel like I'm looking pretty light underneath my eyes. So I'm liking the contrast of it all. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. As I said, let me know in the comments down below what you thought. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, thank you so much for subscribing. I upload every single Saturday at 7 AM Australian time, Brisbane time, whatever. And yeah, if you want to, guys, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Here is the link to that. And I will look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.